choose the asset, I choose the cover, I build a plan, and I run it.
Hello, Zoe. I am very excited to speak with you. Lioness season 2 has been an intense ride already. I've seen 3 episodes and I'm already like, this is a lot. So I just want to discuss a little bit about the first episode in season 2 because we see a heart-pounding scene where you guys are in Mexico and there's a lot of physical action, I guess you could say, in those scenes. What was it like filming those scenes and filming them alongside Taylor Sheridan, who, you know, you've got the boss on set that day and you're working alongside him? What is it like?
Well, you know, he's an actor first, so I think it's a role that he really enjoys, and you can feel it. So the energy that he brings to the table is you know, it's encouraging and it's inspiring, and you know, everything is much more intense in this season. The decisions that she has to make are heavier, and they're also involving her physical participation in a lot of these. You know, for years she took sort of like a superior, you know, role where she wasn't necessarily all the time on the ground, you know, and when she was close by. This time, you know, everything that's happening is happening so fast, it's happening so suddenly, that Jo is having to sort of, you know, put on her uniform again and get on the ground. And that's challenging her in terms of thinking about whether or not she's up for this, and risk, you know, losing her life and leaving her kids, you know, without a parent. And that level of like, what do you say, pressure is causing her to struggle to stay focused. And I think that Caitlin is noticing that. That adds also a different dynamic to her relationship with Caitlin.
Yeah, I actually wanted to touch on that because I feel like those two characters, Caitlin and Jo, are kind of like mirrors of each other in a way. Like their relationship with their husbands are sort of similar, but also like they're opposite. Can you talk about working with Nicole Kidman and working on that sort of relationship between these two women who definitely are in a position of power?
Nicole is an actress that is incredibly prepared all the time, but also incredibly alive, you know, and very present. So interacting with her as her character, and me as Jo is great, because we know when a take feels like, oh, that was good, you know, and or when we're off because there's just something that we're finding, and what we're looking for is to have that synergy in terms of what is the undertone, what is the subtext in all of this, and I love collaborating with people that are like that.
And I'm curious.
And she's my idol, so.
I mean, she's amazing.
Yes, she is.
So I'm curious, in this season we get Genesis coming in as Josie, and we also have Laysla for playing Cruz coming back as well, which is amazing. I'm so excited. Can you talk about the difference between how Jo approaches her relationship with these two women? Because obviously they're quite different when it comes to the characters.
Well, yes, they are, in the sense that one is a much more accomplished sort of, I would say, officer, therefore has been in it longer and adds a certain level of experience. And that's, you know, I'm talking about Genesis' character, Josie. But Cruz is a very special character because Cruz is the heart that always reminds us that always reminds Jo, wait a minute, these are people. We can't just get so lost in what we're doing that we're forgetting about the integrity of truth, and the truth sometimes is better. But there's a lack of experience that causes her to be impulsive in situations where she needs to be a lot more reliable. But Jo sees that potential, whereas in the first season she didn't see that in Cruz. And I'm excited for the relationship that's going to be unfolding in this season between Jo and Cruz, and the dynamic that they're going to have with Jo, Cruz, and Josie.
Yeah, you could definitely feel that there's going to be some tension there. I feel like it's going to be a lot. Well, I want to thank you for speaking with me. Honestly, great season so far, and I can't wait to see the twists and turns that we're going to get for the rest of the season. Thank you.